Well, hello there. My name is Ron Holt. I'll be your presenter today. Thank you for joining our webinar. It's a pleasure being with you. I'm going to speak to you for the next 28 minutes about things that your business can do to be more trusted and found online, to gain a voice in the marketplace, and to engage your prospects or customers to take positive action, which will increase your profits. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how you can get your own business snapshot analysis report, which includes a 30-minute consultation at no cost simply for watching this webinar. Let me begin with a quote by Jory McKay with Build a Business. Jory says, "The best business with an unbeatable quality and affordable product still has 99% chance of failing if no one knows about it." Sounds crazy, right? And in any sane world it would be, but unfortunately, our sane world has been replaced by what we call the attention economy, a place where your product or service lives or dies not purely by how good or how valuable it is, although that's the first question you should ask, but by how many people you can get to look at it. So we want to be found and we need to be trusted. It's just the way things work because a lot of things have changed. Marketing has changed more in the last 2 years than it has changed in the last 30 years. Look at some of these industries where there has been change. I bet you Blockbuster would have loved to see the lights in the tunnel that were coming when Netflix entirely ruined their business model. How about Uber? The largest taxi company in the world up to a few months ago didn't own any cars. And now they have bought some self-driving cars now that they're testing with, but the majority of their taxi fleet is owned by the drivers that put them into the Uber pool. And then we've got the largest hotel chain in the world, Airbnb, and they don't own any real estate. This is just a few of the changes that have occurred in this space. So for those of us in marketing for our small or medium-sized business, we need to be constantly considering what this change has meant. And one of the things we have been tracking for the past 5 or 6 years is the fact that buying decisions are now made online. Did you know that up to 90% of consumers are making their buying decisions before they ever enter a store? They're doing it because of the mobile device. The mobile device is a computer in our pocket, and we're able to utilize that computer to make buying decisions, to do research. When was the last time you visited a new restaurant or hired a contractor for the first time without looking them up online first? Chances are pretty slim, right? Google has coined this the zero moment of truth. That's the blue part of this slide. The red is advertising. It's still doing what it always has done. It drives stimulus in a product or service. And when we get to the research phase, that is the problem. Business people all over the world are asking, what in the world has changed? It used to be so simple. I would just run an ad and I would get some business. Well, everything changed when we were able to research. And then when we had the ability to research, we just started to research even deeper. A consumer will go to 15 different places to research their buying decision before they ever walk into a store. So the zero moment of truth, which is a phrase that was coined by Google, is vitally important. So what does this mean and what are the risks for you? So we have a business traditional buying funnel. So the idea of the buying funnel is it's been around for 100 years. And you get leads and you run advertising to get leads, and that's paid media. So at the top of this buying funnel, we're running advertising and we're getting leads. And consumers typically become interested through traditional media by watching television commercials, seeing billboards outside, listening to radio ads, and more. And the more advertising we run, the more people we put into the top of our buying funnel. But as time goes on and those leads start to move through the buying funnel, they are now in the research phase. And there are cracks in that buying funnel. If your listings, for example, aren't correct, people start to fall out of the buying funnel. And number 2, you can't be trusted. If you have no reviews, or if you have bad reviews, or you have reviews that are not being responded to, I'm not going to give you the time of day. And then we have our social media profiles. People are making comments on social media. There's nobody answering. People are asking questions on social. They don't really have a good social profile. And then how about the business website? So I'm deep into the buying funnel now. I'm doing a bunch of research, right? I found their listings. I checked out what their reputation looks pretty good. I looked at their social media, and now I go to their website. I might want to buy. I might want to get directions. I might want to request for a demonstration, and it's so slow. I can't load the thing. It's not mobile responsive. There's some problems there. Any one of these items are cracks in the buying funnel. And those consumers are running out. And where are they running? They're running to the competition that sells the exact same thing. Buyers are fickle. There's no loyalty left, or very little. They're looking for the next great thing, and they're looking for problems in that buying funnel. That's what research does. So we're digging really deep. We're looking deep into the products and services we're buying. So when those leads leave and go to the competitor, where do they go? Do they go into the top of the buying funnel? They don't. They go to the tail. They've already done their research, and they end up in the other person's buying funnel, but way deeper, and they're much closer to making a purchase. So that was nice of you. See, the advertising, the paid media that you ran, and all the brand equity that you have, and because your listings were wrong, because your reputation was bad, and because your social wasn't being paid attention to, and because you've got an old, slow website, all of that investment that you made has gone to drive a lead for your competitor. Thank you very much. See, the fastest way to increase your marketing budget is to use your competitions, because what advertising is doing is driving awareness for a product or service, and then when the research phase happens, it's anybody's guess if you're not paying attention to your virtual doorway. There are 4 pillars to the virtual doorway. Every business has one: listings, reputation, social, and website. Your listings, it's pretty simple. It's what you have on your business card. It's your name, address, phone number. It's your hours of operation. It's your photos. It's your videos. And for some businesses, it's their menu or brochure. All of that information can live on a listing site. Listings is your business digital footprint. It's what you say about yourself. Would you ever hand out a business card with an incorrect phone number? Of course not. Then why would you let an incorrect phone number exist online where arguably more consumers could see it? And we've got this digital shadow, your reputation. It's what people are saying about you. Yes, it's on social, other places, it's on review sites, and now listing sites are starting to add the ability to lead reviews. And so that reputation, your word of mouth, is a very important piece of the puzzle. Take a look at the example on the left. On Facebook, Amy updated her status and is clearly unhappy with the McDonald's on 8th Street. But she didn't tag that location or leave a review. And this is just a status update. Comments like these are very difficult for business owners to find, let alone respond to. And then businesses' virtual doorway is on social media. It's on across a different number of categories. The latest numbers show us that 1.59 billion users on Facebook worldwide. That's why it's the granddaddy of them all. And of course, we've got search engines, we've got Yelp, we've got Pinterest. All of these places are very important that we have a good virtual doorway on social. And then we've got websites. Websites, mobile responsive. So it looks great on a phone or a tablet or a desktop. And the other one that's becoming extremely important, make sure it's fast to load. We have a very short attention span as consumers. Did you know that the average attention span of a consumer is 4 seconds? And the average attention span of a goldfish is 7 seconds? So we need to make sure that we have a fast website, getting us the information we need quickly. Can I find the hours of operation? Can I find the phone number? Can I find the address right on the home page? Are social links right on the home page? All of those items make up the virtual doorway, the 4 pillars of the virtual doorway. And I want to dig deeper into that because there's some tactics we can use, and I promise that when you leave from this webinar, you're going to have some things that you can do that will make your business more found and trusting, and you're going to want to take some notes. In listings, let me mention briefly that after this webinar, we're going to give you a free snapshot of your business. It's a business report that provides an MRI business scan that shows you the health of your online presence, and it looks at your online presence and grades your visibility and then offers solutions for you to fix it. And in listings, a lot of businesses, In fact, the vast majority of them fail miserably with their listings. With listings, you have incorrect listing data, meaning you've got wrong phone numbers, wrong addresses, no website listed in places, and with that inconsistency of listings, you're not able to be found. So if it's on a specific listing site and you've got the wrong information, or if I go to Yelp and I've got the wrong information, that's one thing. But when you do a search on Google, it also grades a wide array of sites. And that's how it comes up with its search engine rank. So getting consistent business listing data is very important because it helps you to be found on search engines. It also helps you to be found on navigation systems. And then on specific sites where you're able to update your data. We need to make sure that this stuff is correct and consistent across a wide array of sources. That's how Google decides who's going to show up here. This is the Magic 3 for restaurants in Austin, Texas. I'm going to have some lunch, and I may as well go to Uchi. It's a contemporary Japanese food restaurant. It's got 1,294 reviews, and it has a 4.6 stars, and Google decided to put it there because it has very good listing data. It has consistent data. And if you look at the top left-hand corner, right below the all, it says about 6,960,000 results. So when we said Austin restaurants, the Google bot went under the hood, looked at 6,960,000 results, and in 1 second said, here are the 3 best restaurants in Austin, Texas, if you're planning on going and having lunch. So it isn't magic as to how you show up here. There are some things that you can do to show up on the Magic 3. You have to have a verified Google My Business account, and you need to get reviews on Google, and you need to have that consistent listing data. That will get you ranked on search engine optimization overall, and then on that Magic 3 when a consumer does a search. On the second page, when I click on more information, I get to see more restaurants, and you can see there are restaurants in Austin. There's a bazillion of them. And when I click on Uchi, I can see more information about the restaurant. You can see that you're able to place open reservations on opentable.com. You can see some photos, the fantastic food that they create, and you can see their review summary. So if you choose to, by creating your Google My Business profile, you can put a lot more information in there, and that is your marketing. Now let's talk about reputation, word of mouth. Word of mouth, it is vitally important that a business is involved in their online reputation. It's not something that you can just stick your head in the sand and play ostrich anymore. It is a vital component to marketing for all businesses. Consumers are making their decision based on online reviews. 90% of consumers in the latest Nielsen survey say that they make their decision based upon online reviews. So we need to get online reviews. We need to put a widget on our website asking for feedback. We need to hand out cards. We need to send out emails. We need to send texts to people saying, send me your review. Tell me your review. Tell that I did a great job. Positive reviews means more revenue. There's a lot of data to support businesses that get positive reviews. They'll see an increase in revenue in their till. Now, it's not just getting positive reviews, it's doing things with the reviews. Negative reviews? First off, you've got to read them and you've got to know what people are saying about your brand because they're giving you feedback on how you can improve. With positive reviews, you need to amplify that information. You need to use the positive review channel as a marketing channel. So here's the way we look at businesses and how they stack up with reviews. And there are 3 buckets. We've got negative reviews. That goes without saying. If you're a 1 out of a 5 star, you don't have a hope. Number 2, you have no reviews or no recent reviews, meaning I just don't know if I can trust you. I want to see reviews. If I see business with no reviews, then I say, are they even in business? If I see a business that has positive reviews from 2 years ago and none today, I go, what happened? Did management change and now they're doing a horrible job? And number 3 is we've got businesses that have tons of reviews and they're doing nothing with them. A healthy, unmanaged review pipeline. So the first question that I always get asked is, how do we respond to negative reviews? And you're going to want to make some notes here. Here is a scientifically proven way to respond to a negative review. The first piece, say you're sorry whether you are or not. And this is not the place to get in an argument with a customer. You don't want to argue with somebody online. Arguing with a negative reviewer online is like fighting with a pig. You both get dirty and the pig likes it. Just say you're sorry and then start to move into leaving some marketing message. Here's another one. Sorry you had a bad experience. This must be an isolated incident. You know, we've won the Chamber of Commerce Award for the best customer service 3 years in a row, and we want to keep it that way. Our number one goal is 100% customer satisfaction. And my name is Ron. I own the place. Here's my phone number. Give me a call. Now, the one thing that I don't like in a negative review response is something that looks canned. I don't like it. It's like the canned letters I get from certain people. I want to know that the business is engaged in customer service. It has to be real. You see, the thing about online today and the virtual doorway is that we're more apt to engage in the virtual doorway of a business than the actual doorway of the business. But online, the business owners don't think they should do the same things that they do in real life. So if I went into a store and started complaining and leaving a negative review live, what would happen? If I was at the front desk of a business screaming and yelling, that manager would come out and they would say some things to calm me down. And they would even move me into their office rather than having me yell at the front counter. And they may give me the product or service for free just to make me just shut up. But they would do something. They would engage in customer service satisfaction. This is the piece that every business needs to practice. It is this piece right here that they need to respond to that negative review, and they need to be timely about it. Here's some examples of responding and winning. A customer makes a complaint about this plumbing company, and the company goes in and leaves a response saying, I sincerely apologize for not taking care of your issue and concern on the first visit. Please accept our apology and 100% customer satisfaction refund, and so on. And what does the customer do? They come back on and post a response saying, thank you, and I appreciate your call. And in fact, they end up apologizing themselves. And then what do? They change the review to a 5-star rating. How about this one? Toscana Restaurant, great little place in Arlington just outside of Chicago. It's got a great ranking. You can see that they're 4.5 out of 5 stars and 76 reviews. People love this place. And this is the Facebook page of Toscana Restaurant and Lounge. Mike goes to Toscana for his birthday. He gets an angel hair pasta. It's their famous pasta. And he bites into it, and he had a rude awakening moment. And what it was a rubber band. There was a rubber band in his angel hair pasta, and he leaves this review. Part of it says, I pulled it out of my mouth and discovered it was a small rubber band. And he goes on. And consumers immediately start commenting here. And you can see this. It just goes boom, 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 boom. Negative, 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 and negative. And you know where all this negative comment was happening? Right here on Toscana's Facebook page. Talk about bad advertising. That's negative word of mouth. That's like leaving a sticky note on the front door of the restaurant where every consumer that walks in can see some negative comment. So you can see here that Toscana Restaurant responds. They started by graciously apologizing, explained that they will be reviewing their internal process, and finally invited Mike to contact the manager directly. And so what happened next is Mike responded positively. He called the manager at Toscana and is now happy. So an unpleasant review was properly responded to, and Mike is now happy. And so that's what we're looking for. We're looking to get these positive moments. We're looking to turn those negative moments into positive moments. On positive reviews, we want to respond to those too. There's only so many ways you can say thank you. Awesome to have you as a customer. So I like to use positive reviews as a marketing channel as well. So on positive reviews, we will craft some marketing messages there that says, hey, thanks for coming by. We appreciate your positive comments. And a reminder that for our best customers, we have free coffee and donuts every Friday. We would love to have you come by and we'll give you a pin. Or you could say, we have a customer appreciation day, or we have a free shuttle service when you drop off your vehicle at our service department. All the things you do for your best customers. People leaving you a 5-star review, that's your best customer. The other thing to do with positive reviews is to amplify them. Take them and put them on social media. Why not amplify our positive reviews on social media? And the other thing you can do is put a tab on your website. Have a recommendations tab right on your website and put positive reviews in there. Every time you get a positive review, you post it there. And then Google looks at that, and Bing looks at that, and Yahoo looks at that and says, oh, you have new content on your website, and it ranks you higher. Now, how do businesses deal with negative reviews? We need to beg for reviews. I like to say that positive reviews are like unicorns. You don't see a lot of unicorns nowadays. And it's also very hard to find positive reviews. You really have to ask after every transaction. You can do that through email marketing. You can scan or QR code. You can pass a tablet to a customer at the point of purchase. You can leave a widget on your website. There's all sorts of technology out there to help you proactively request reviews from everybody you do business with. Now, when you do that, when you start asking for reviews with everyone you do business with, you get an opportunity to suppress negative reviews because you're using your system, your closed system, to ask for that comment. You send an email out and you say, if you had a bad experience, call me. I'm Ron. I own the place. And they're more apt to call you to complain than to go online to complain. So getting reviews will help you. And oh, by the way, any positive reviews helps you with a negative score. So if you have a 3 out of 5, if you can get to a 4 out of 5, it will increase your business by 10%. So when you get your free snapshot report after this webinar, you might want to have a look at how you rank on the review sites. And if any of them are below a 4, and we can get you to a 4, I'll increase your business 10%. That's the stat. Now, if you've got hundreds of reviews, how are you dealing with them? I guarantee you, you're not logging on to review sites every day, every week, every month to see what's being said about you. So if we have a healthy, unmanaged review pipeline, we need to be doing something about that. We need to be monitoring what's being said about us. We need to hear all the comments. So when somebody says something about us online, it would be great if we just got an email notification. So for an auto dealer, there's 13 different sites they can be listed on. And don't forget about positive review. If a good customer leaves a glowing 5-star review, it can't get any better than that, right? Well, actually it can. And here's why you should always respond to a positive review. It's the polite thing to do. If a customer gave you a compliment in real life, you would say, thank you. It's only polite. And with an online review, the compliment is public, so be extra nice. Reinforce the positive because everyone is looking. 92% of consumers now read online reviews. The public, including potential future customers of the business, may read this review, and replying to the review is a chance to speak to these people too. And this is the perfect opportunity to connect with a customer and leave some subtle marketing, like a recommendation for the next time they come in. And we need to aggregate all of that and get an email alert because reviews are excellent management tools. When somebody leaves a review about a business, it tells us something about that business. In the good reviews, it may tell us the things that they love about our business. One of the trends we're seeing is businesses with high review volume will run a keyword tracker over those reviews, and they'll find out what are the top things that consumers are saying about our business. And then they'll make sure that those are the keywords that they're buying in their search engine marketing campaigns. That makes sense, right? And if somebody is saying stuff about your beautiful new dealership, you might want to amplify that. Now, in bad reviews, they identify staff training, policy issues. Some of those bad reviews could be coming from Glassdoor or Indeed. They want to know about that stuff, and there are a number of people that need to know about it. So you want to make sure, if you're doing an email alert system, that you've got all the management team logged in so they can see what's being said. So that's word of mouth. Word of mouth has always been the best form of advertising. It's just that today, word of mouth is on steroids, and that's why online reputation is one of the fastest growing industries in digital marketing services. Now we've got social. Hey, what can I say about social? The first piece is social channels are the way that consumers ask you questions today. Everyday consumers are declaring their buying intentions, asking questions, and trying to create relationships through various social media channels. So the question is, are we listening? They're coming online and they're asking questions. Facebook is offering enormous return on investment. 95% of marketers say it's some of their best advertising that they do. This is where the eyeballs are. They're on social media, and you need to be engaging in these platforms. Successful social media marketing campaigns are about three things. Customer service. So you need to be able to monitor your social media channels and respond quickly. Generating leads. It's utilizing social media to generate that next deal. And then building fans, making sure there's a bunch of people that are logged into your various platforms that you can talk to, your army of customers that you can market to. So the customer service piece, I can't stress enough. That's when somebody asks you a question on your Facebook page and you should respond immediately. Brands that do respond immediately are winning. Brands that don't and leave those people just hang there are losing business to their competition. It's really that simple. Having a social media channel you don't monitor is like having phone lines at your business that are never answered. And leads. There's a way to put a geo-fence around a marketplace or around a store and then to monitor Twitter. So for this business here, let's say we're in the auto business and you see Linda Turner. We found her. She's looking to buy a new car. We run a keyword search on Twitter and find someone looking to buy a new car, and we send them an offer. And in fact, we can even service up a coupon right on their Twitter feed to those leads. We need to make sure that we're building fast. We need to have content from the business. We need to have content from others, meaning industry experts, other customers. And then we need to have some content that just is engaging. I like to call it water cooler stuff, the stuff that you get together with your colleagues around the water cooler and you talk about things. Something that Kane did at the American Music Awards last night, or something that's going on in the local marketplace where the local sports team won the college championship. You want to run a picture of that stuff. That is engaging content. So it's a third, and a third. You want to have that across those three different areas. Sounds simple enough, right? You'd be surprised how many business owners don't follow this formula because they simply don't know. Now, when a business looks at their website, now they're not sexy, I know. Websites have been around for a long time, but the majority of businesses get websites wrong. There's an enormous opportunity here. It's one of the virtual doorways. We need to make sure that the website is great. We need to make sure it's fast, because decreasing load times from 8 seconds to 2 seconds can boost conversion 74%. And we need to make sure it has good design, because 85% of consumers will leave an ugly site. And we need to make sure it looks great on all devices. It's mobile responsive, because 50% of online shopping is done on mobile. And we need to make sure it has content that's engaging and constantly being added. So we need to be always adding new content, because 50% of sales are lost because content just isn't there. And plus, depending upon the business, let's say you're in the laser hair clinic, you could actually book appointments online. You could actually do consultations online and use your website as part of that buying funnel where you get some leads. They come to the website, you teach them some things about your products and services, and they fill out a form. So having the right website can deliver a lot of value. It is that final pillar of the virtual doorway. So by now, I hope you can see the importance of the 4 pillars of your virtual doorway, and I trust this has been very helpful. At this point, if this presentation has sparked some questions, which I'm sure it has, please get back to the person who invited you, and be sure to order your free business snapshot analysis report. And this report includes a 30-minute consultation to help you evaluate your business based on the grade and fixes provided in that report. And finally, let me end with a simple quote by Dan Harmon, because it really does express our true desire and commitment to help you find your voice, shout it from the rooftops, and keep doing it until the people looking for you find you. Thank you for watching this webinar presentation.